both situational and the fact that certain teams that do pick it up are just very talented with it. It's actually been banned 8 times, so my mistake on that. So this makes 9.
Yeah, that's still quite a large number. Sorry, quite a small number.
In terms of the draft appearance, it's actually with this one here, it's going to bump it up a little bit. It's at about 28% right now, so this will bump it up to about 29% draft appearance, which isn't too bad. I mean, that's kind of middle of the road for a lot of heroes.
And then we got Lance being banned away on Gankstars. Now that is a much more common ban.
Yeah.
And I think it makes a lot of sense with this Fortress here. That's a very aggressive jungle duo. You don't want to face it. Vox does go through, though. I feel like Zeo on Vox, with how good Vox is right now, there's got to be something you respect as Gankstars.
Yeah, you need to. It makes sense. I can see why they would have hesitated, though, because Gankstars can go ahead and look to counter out the Vox with these picks. I don't think Gankstars have run Lyra out of the lane. Can you guys remember if they've done that?
I don't believe so, and I don't think they're going.
Iraqi
they did once.
Did historically in Europe when he played on Cerberus. Though.
I believe they did once because we always talk about Wrecked Lyra and how amazing his Lyra is, and there was one game where we were surprised that Wrecked wasn't playing it.
No, that's absolutely right. This season, yep.
I think it was week 1 somewhere.
It was week 1.
Okay, they're going to go with the Ringo. That's not the route they take. So
again, Wrecked Lyra, I think it just makes so much sense to put it on Wrecked. He has this very unconventional build paths where he puts off the fountain sometimes even till 3rd or 4th item. It catches some criticism for it at times, but I feel like it's one of those moves that, like, when it works, everyone's like, oh, he's a genius, what a smart play. And then if they lose, everyone's just like, what a dumb move, he should have built fountain so much earlier.
So like every other play ever.
It's anytime you go against the grain, that's kind of like the reaction people seem to have.
It's true.
7 seconds left on the bonus time here. Gangstar is going to lock in Kestrel as their final pick.
All right.
Very
Lots
powerful.
of squishiness.
Yeah, they're incredibly squishy. So if Zeo can get on target with his Vox, he'll get a lot of damage done.
Yeah.
Of course, they have all of the tools that we talked about before as far as, you know, retreating into it with active camo down in front of you, having a bright bulwark. It's going to cancel off a lot of aggression. But we've seen teams overcome these things, especially this weekend. We'll see if Immortals can do the same thing. Bait out some bright bulwarks, fight around the active camos, you know, retreat, regoose.
I think if Immortals get another aggressive hero here, then they should be able to just really run down Gankstars pretty heavily.
And what hero do you think fits the bill? I see Glaive left open, and I'm surprised by it.
Glaive, I think, would work really well. You could even run a Sky into it. You can go very aggressive with Sky, I feel, especially with the Fortress. Having that extra help to get onto targets. Can you go Arden?
Was it them that we saw do that? No, it was G2 in Europe that we saw run the Arden with the Hundor Hypercarry Baron. So that's interesting. Do we think it's weapon power, Bacon?
I don't.
No, I think it's a jungle fortress.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense than doing a weapon power Baron in this situation.
I was just trying to draw it out of you.
NA, Immortals, and Gankstars. We're getting into the game already. And my goodness, Gankstars looking pretty aggressive. Already seen a texting a little bit of the jungle of Immortals. How are you feeling, Full Court, about this match? Because this is one I've definitely had my eye on.
I'm really curious about Dienzio and his positioning, because I'm not entirely confident he's going to win up against Wrecked. But that being said, he's actually taking a good fight here.
No, he's not. Nah, he went down. First blood.
Yeah. That's
not a good fight against the Lyra. Come on.
Yeah, it's just, wow. He made Wrecked hit a button. I mean, that was a good fight right there. That aside, Fortress and Arden. Aloha is actually going to be on this Fortress, so we could be seeing a little bit more of a carry Fortress, which probably means Crystal. If Dienzo is going to be on this Vox, he's very likely going to be on that weapon slot, but a Crystal Fortress is something of the past. We haven't really seen that here much this split.
We have not. We've seen Fortress a couple of times. It's obviously always been in that captain role, so a bit of a change up this time. And I'm excited to see it, actually, because I've not actually seen a Crystal Fortress in play. However, obviously a lot of captain, and he's going to actually hurt like a truck if he can get on top of someone like Iraqi Zoro. Already, Gankstars, though, they're shoving in fairly fast. And Xenotech, obviously, he's on this Kestra as well. He's going the Crystal Power build.
Yeah, in that jungle, you'd expect that Crystal. As long as he doesn't get rushed down, Xenotech should actually be okay. And he does have Wrecked here to help him out with that. Look at Wrecked counter jungling here.
Oof, yeah, he's going a little bit aggressive. Aloha as well, taking a fair bit of damage. Wrecked also He's going to have to be a little bit careful there, however. The rest of Immortals are kind of making their way down at this time. Aloha is going really low. They're just going to want to find this kill right now. One more shot will do it. There it goes. Araki Zoro from the lane helps with that one. And that will mean it turns into a 2-on-3. Nice little roam there from Araki Zoro coming all the way from the lane.
Yeah, and they got the kill secured. They cleaned out the jungle, and that's going to go a long way to keeping Immortals down. Dienzo, immediately you see him again coming on over. He wants to make sure that he can try to match the jungle at least a little bit. The lane is just going to get held out by Veins. It should not be a problem. Will Dienzo get the farm? He does. We get out. Well, we'll have to see.
He's taking a bit of damage. Veins is going to be there. He's going to provide a little bit of shield to come through. So he's going to be all right at Gankstars. They didn't rotate quick enough that time. However, DNZO, like you said, just kind of trying to even up that a little bit. He's on even CS Araki Zoro right now, so not too bad at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't really worry about the last hits here in the lane, especially since it seems that the captains are able to, freeze it out more often than not. We've seen so much roaming from these laners coming out early game, just looking to get as much farm as they can, and it's really easy to hold out this lane, especially somebody like Arden. He's going to get that fountain here soon enough, and it's just not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. Well, as soon as the fountains come out, it'll be a little bit more of a slugfest. Immortals, though, still trying to counter jungle and just trying to match this aggression from Gankstars. Araki Zoro going pretty low in the lane. He's going to be able to kind of retreat under his turret. He's not going to have too much of an issue, but did actually stop Immortals from actually clearing any of Gankstars jungle, whereas Xenotech and Rekt did manage to clear a few camps.
Yeah, Aloha really did get pushed right back, and the early game advantage is going to be just a little bit easier here for Gankstars. They're going to be afforded this aggression because the Lyra with the speed up, Lyra with the heals, we can't really match that here from Immortals. In early game, you've seen these crystal hits here from the glimmer shots, right? Xenotech is really hitting hard, and now he just bought himself a little bit more crystal on top of that. He's going to look to contest this down here, picks it up, no problem, right? So the early game definitely looking a little bit better here for Gankstars. If they keep up the pressure, then they'll hold on to the lead that they've accrued. 1,000 gold, 4 minutes. It's not a bad way to start things off here, John.
Definitely not. And speak to me now, Paul Court. What does Storm Crown do on a Lyra? Because she just picked one up, and it's a bit of an odd build path, considering obviously she is going the more captain-orientated role this game. So that's a bit strange to me.
Well, Rekt has been sitting with Xeno, right? And they've been counter-jungling, they've been pushing these objectives, and now all those hits, when Xeno goes into that jungle with Lyra, they just clear it out so much faster. So they are really trying to just make sure that they keep up the pressure. Look at the damage on top of this turret, right? Every hit from Rekt is not only empowered by his passive, but now it's empowered by a Storm Crown, and the objective game early on is what Gankstars looking to just tie up here.
Well, they're looking for kills as well. Veins is going to have to use it away. Almost gets hit by the Glimmer Shot. Dienzio as well is going to have to go on the run. Gankstars already, yeah, like you said, a lot of pressure coming out from them. That turret melted, and with the range advantage as well. Obviously, you saw Veins just kind of chilling under the turret. Couldn't really do much else, and that will be it. And Gankstars will secure the first turret gold. And obviously with that, the gold leader stretched to about 2k in about 5 minutes as well, with a couple of kills on the board. Gankstars, they're looking hot coming into this one.
Yeah, Xeno has tier 3, Araki here as well. Veins is in, oh, yeah, you don't want to be this far forward. Level 4 Arden?
Ooh, no, he does not want to be this far forward at all. Level 4 Arden not doing all too much. Glimmer Shots just kind of raining through the Immortal squad and not sitting too well with them either. They're going to have to back off, and with that, Gankstars, already we've seen previously what they could do with kind of waves, their wave manipulation, and their ability to kind of just take over a game. And it is happening here again, Forecourt.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And Aloha is actually just going to finish straight into the crown. Doesn't even bother picking up any crystal this early on. He knows that he needs to be defending this jungle. He knows that he needs to match the clear speed here. So Aloha is going to get a little bit of that true damage added. Same here with Rekt. I mean, Rekt, again, big harass opportunities available with Lyra here in this matchup. She has 2 melee targets in Vox, who she outranges anyway. So a little bit of extra damage, just being thrown out with the crowns, but now with the crown on both sides, you can see how Immortals are really just putting a lot more in their jungle, just making sure that these invades don't go unanswered.
Yeah, they're just give us our jungle back, please.
He just sprouted.
Oh, he just came up. You instantly kill him. Cruel, cruel Gangstar, just taking away Immortals jungle over and over again. And with that, Vayne's obviously only sitting on the level 5 here as well. No ultimate available from him. And that Gauntlet is going to be super impactful towards this mid portion of the game. Goldminer is going to get started up. One shot, one kill comes out. Aloha kind of shakes that on the chops.
There's a brew
and almost
coming.
goes down. Hellfire Brew as well from downtown. It's going to hit him. Isn't going to do all too much damage though. He's going to have to back off. However, Dienzio taking a little bit of aggression in lane. Gankstars already just putting pedal to the metal. They know where to focus the skill shots and the ultimates just to poke out Aloha. And now it's a 2v1 under this turret. Attack of the Pack is going to get launched though. A lot of Christmassy themed wolves running in. They're going to get quickly cleared up though. As Gankstars yet again just their unrelenting pursuit for this turret and these objectives.
Yeah, we've already used out that fountain here, Jaws. So this turret, like, Immortals do not have the health, and Xeno's getting the poke too. Like, next push with these minions coming in, that could be a dead turret.
Yeah, easily could be. It's just incredible how quickly they've taken over the game. 8 minutes in, full core, 8 minutes. And they're already on this second tier turret. There it goes down. Gankstars are coming in though. Oh dear, that was that's pretty sad for Vayne, right? Comes in. Oh, Dienzio takes a shot in there.
Oh, we're not going to chase it.
He
I
has
thought
to run away.
I thought Araki was going to get sped up. Doesn't, well, he had the mana, or he had the energy at any rate. I mean, he could have thrown out the ankle shot, but oh well, decides not to. Now, just watch how fast this gold miner drops. As soon as Rek comes in, it just takes huge chunks of damage. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh yeah. That's Stormcrown, man. Stormcrown does a lot of damage to neutral everything, so we're going to see that help secure those neutral objectives, and even the turrets as well. Does help a little bit.
Now,
and with Vayne's, obviously, that's going to be, I spoke literally like 2 minutes ago, full court. He's going to be super impactful. And what happened? He gaunted and then he just kind of walked away. So
well,
that was kind of sad
we've
for him.
really accelerated the farm. 5,000 gold lead in 9 minutes. Those reflex blocks when Vayne's finally had his level 6 to bear, right? And then Erect, he just kind of, hit his arcane passage, got out of dodge anyways. Like, there was no chance that we were going to get tied up there with the Arden that round. And now, something just to note that, Rekt into the Stormcrown first. It really has heavily delayed his fountain. He even went into the Ward Treads. Don't try this at home, kids, unless you really have a crew that you trust, because not having a fountain coming into solo queue, that people might take that as an offense.
Yeah, reported for offensive something or other.
It's like when
Wrong
your
build.
library goes all damage, but he's a captain, right?
Hey, that's bring that up every week, man. It was a few. It's all the time. I was going to say it's a few times. It's all the time. I will go fountain and then damage because it helps the team. Because I'm killing them as well.
I know you are, dude. I know you
You
are.
know how
Looks
you
like
win
we
the
have
game,
a pause.
you kill waste in that sense. So Gankstars, maybe they're going to have to be a little bit more careful coming into this. But we are going to get on pause, thankfully. Only game number 1. We've had 1 pause so far. Let's hope we don't run into any more. Gankstars still on the aggression here. And one thing I want to know is what build Rekt is going to go next. Just because obviously he can go that damage build that I like doing, or he could go something like a Crucible as well to kind of defend against Vayne's. It literally didn't. It just fell over.
We're on pause. You good with that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good, man. We're
good.
good. Yeah.
The Enzo is even going to go so far here with Aloha. They're picking up infusions. Araki has bought out his, and of course, well, it's also sitting there as well. I mean, when you buy these infusions and you're ahead, you can really just force your opponents to kind of divert that gold game. You're already behind, and now you're like, oh, well, they have infusions. The only way to kind of bridge that temporarily is to get my own. Yeah, so, well, big fight going down, about to start off here, dude.
Whoa! Hang on a minute. Yeah, you didn't give me time to spend that one. Gauntlet comes down. It's going to get reflex one. Zeno's just going to get jumped on here. Dienzio is going to be able to secure the kill. Passage used. Immortals going to follow it through. Rex is going to get wrecked in a second. Hellfire Brew to 3 people. Araki's already just trying to guide against. I'm picking up one, but Immortals are going to be able to trade that one. 3, 4, 1. Get the ace buff. Get the Crystal Sentry. And they might be back into this game for Core. That was a really big swing for them.
Yeah, all of a sudden the rush down is absolutely real. The Arden and that Gauntlet to start things off. Finally, there we go. That is the aftershock coming online here for the Fortress. But between the puppies, between the Arden there, did actually a lot of work. Dienzio.
Immense gold payout collected.
That was enough to get them back into the game. They still got a bit to go here. Jaws, but at least Immortals are not going down without a fight.
Did Xenotech try and steal away that camp with one shot, one kill? I think he just did.
Scouting.
I mean, I'm gonna say it was an attempted steal. 'Cause that's funny, right?
All right, attempted steal. Yep.
It's attempted steal. It's still good. Araki Zoro finally kind of coming into this one as well. 0 kills on his half at the moment, but the thing is, it's all on... No, 1 kill on him. I'm looking at Xenotech, for God's sake. And they're going to jump on Arden. I'm completely ignoring everything else. I'm looking at the scoreboard. Okay, we're all good. Lohar's going to take a lot of damage. And what can really Immortals do right now? Because, like you said, the Gankstars are just kind of taking over this game. Like, one shot, one kill is being used on cooldown. And there's not really much they can do apart from looking for that all-in engage when Gankstars kind of overextend. The waves are even pushing in Gankstars' favor. It's just a really bad place for Immortals to be in right now.
Well, if Immortals continue to get pushed down, it's going to be a tough time. They just need to engage.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what they are doing. Attack of the Pack was used. Gankstars just kind of feigning it away. No problem for them. Going to spot out Immortals as well. Passage is going to be used
French
as well. It was very French, wasn't it? Passage. It was like massage, but with a passage. But yeah, Rector's going to follow that through, but no real engage from Gankstars. They got so many ways of kind of kiting away as well, using that passage and the ability to kind of camo up as well. And Araki Zoro having a little speed boost in his kit. Also, it's very easy for them to actually disengage from a fight.
Yeah, things off. Araki Zoro really, though, has started looking heavily investing into his future. 119 last hits, really taking a good lead on top of Dienzio. But not only do we have candies and infusions coming through, Araki Zoro is all of a sudden sitting on 3 items. Went for this early tornado trigger instead of the breaking point. So again, wants a little bit more of that upfront power. He already had that Sword Blade on top of things. So he really wants to make sure he can just start off strong and stay strong rather than just ramping up. Dienzio very happy just to ramp up, assuming that he is going to come to this fight. And well, here's the chance for them.
Here's something. And Vainglory's Gauntlet, by the way, just got blocked as well. So yeah, he did try and use it, just got completely denied by, I believe it was Wrecked. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, other than that, I mean, that was it. Immortals, they yet again go for an engage. They just cannot find anything whatsoever. The disengage coming out from Gankstars is way too strong. And the poke potential as well. As soon as they do disengage, they turn it around on Immortals, start poking them out. Poking them with Xenotech, and obviously Araki Zoro getting in there as well. And then they have the passage as well from Wrecked to disengage further if they need to. Seems like a really bad way for Immortals at this current time, and I really did like this Fortress pick, and I wanted to see it work for Gore.
Well, it's not over yet, but we're just continuing to get that gold lead here. Gankstars just, I think they learned from their mistake. They are refusing to engage on the side of Immortals. They are always bringing everybody back to mid, back to their side. They don't want to deal with the crystal no more.
No, they do not. Dienzio taking a bit of damage there. So is Veins. He did get 1 shot, 1 killed off the back of that, and Hellfire Brood. Aloha is going to be here as well. Attack of the Pack is going to get popped. However, those wolves aren't going to be too much use in amongst the Blighted Bulwark. As Lyra does just push on forward here. Yet again, just every ultimate kind of being popped on cooldown, and instantly just disengaging. That 1 shot, 1 kill was very close. It wouldn't have killed him though. So he's all good.
Yeah, but if you gotten hit, that's valuable scouting information. If he's low, then you know that he's likely not to be coming into this mid, because look at how fast this is going down. Red can actually finish this in the whole span of the sentence. They lose out the pub, and they're going to get a Kraken on top of this Jaws. Like, that was some pretty momentous things happening all at the same time right there. Gankstars have taken a big push now up against Immortals.
Oh my god. Yep. Araki Zoro just continually farming and just being able to slow people up as well, just allows them to kind of get into the engage. That's exactly what happened to Aloha. Got slowed up, and nothing more else was said to that. And look at that damage on that turret. My god. And even the Kraken just like pretty much got insta-killed. I looked at it, I was like, okay, so it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to go down anytime soon. Then looked back and it was like 3/4 of its bar up. So yeah, it's pretty disgusting neutral objective damage they're doing right now.
So Aloha, unfortunately, just not really finding a lot of mark here with this Fortress. Of course, if he tries to jump in and Lyra has that bright bulwark, he gets denied a lot. So it's really up to Veins in these gauntlets, but they are also getting destroyed by Rex. Rex is just fantastic.
He's doing an absolutely fantastic job. Xenotech's going to have to boost away here, Rex. Doing a good job of disengaging everybody here as well. Does give
That was their
Immortals a
shot.
little time to actually get on the Kraken here, just try and chunk it out. However, Gankstars are going to be back into the fight. Blight Boy worked down. No one can really do anything. Dienzio almost goes down. He ends up falling to Iraqi Zoro, and I think this might be game over, actually. Gankstars
No,
looking
Kraken's
hella
down.
strong coming into this one. Immortals got 2v3 situations. Everybody's kind of low here. Iraqi Zoro actually gets jumped on and killed. Maybe it won't be the end of the game. I spoke too soon. Xenotech and Rekt are going to be able to get away. I say that, and Rekt does take the passage through. Aloha follows it up. He's going to bippity boppity bounce towards Rekt. And he's still running, and it does look Xenotech did manage to get out. One shot, one kill, almost killing Aloha. But I think he might just be able to get Rekt. There he goes. Finally falls down, but still, one turret remaining here, forecourt, between them and the victory. Immortals, they just, oh my god, they need to pick it up right now. And I want to know what they can actually do apart from just looking for some really sick engages with the gauntlet.
Well, the big objective for Gankstars, aside from an ace, it's going to be that Kraken. I mean, a Kraken's going to chew through that last turret, no problem. And Gankstars very likely, they're going to clear out their jungle and just look to take control of the mid, clear out any kind of vision that Immortals have, and really just, again, look to take control. So what Immortals need to do, at least in my eyes right now, is kind of go forward. See if you can catch somebody here farming. Look at Gankstars. I mean, they're already down here by the Crystal Sentry. Rekt just respawned. Could have been a nice 2v3 situation, at least for a moment, from Immortals. He got that crown, he got the aftershock. I mean, the Crystal Sentry wouldn't have amounted to much this late into the game. Dienzio's weapon alone, he has double monocles. Could have actually been enough to turn the tide. But into a 3v3 like this, they're the ones that have to engage. They're the ones that have to find this pick. But Rekt has just been absolutely shutting down all advances from Immortals.
He really has. Lyra's showing why Lyra's a strong pick right now with that Blighted Bulwark. Not really anything that Aloha or Vanes can do when they actually do pass through it, and it can be very frustrating for them. Kraken is going to be back on
So
the
many
fold.
scout traps.
But yep, so is he actually going to step on that one? No. it's
No.
okay. Only just.
They
Only
only
just.
trigger when a player actually does something.
Oh, I thought. All right, fair. That's it. Today I
It
learned.
will
I thought
damage the
triggered
Kraken
them
if
as
he's
well.
on it, but he can step
Yeah.
on it.
Oh, okay. That's where I thought it was. That's interesting. One shot, one kill. Gonna smack Vanes in the side. He's gonna be all right though. He's quite tanky at this current time. However, with all that vision on the Kraken, it's gonna be very easy for Immortals to actually spot Gankstars actually starting up this time. And infusions across the board as well. This is what the
Oh,
fight they were
Vanes.
looking for. Vanes, oh my god, he just got deleted. There we
Dienzio's
go.
so far
Dienzio is
forward.
just going to get jumped on as well. This is just so far forward from Immortals and so like mispositioning. One goes down, two goes down. Aloha's going to be the next one. Gankstars just punishing the positioning from Immortals here, which just wasn't on par at all. Ace comes through, and that's going to be the end of the game there, forecourt. I don't want to say anticlimactic, but in a sense it was, because Immortals just didn't really stand a chance after the first couple of kills there.
They were
The
able to
deaths
get
even.
some kills, which is great to their name, but unfortunately all that action really does happen on their side of the fold, right? They had the Crystal Sentry early on, which was able to get that ace and find a little bit more of a foothold into the game. Then Gankstars stayed a little bit too long here in order to get that turret down as low as they could. I mean, that's where they gave up another 2 kills, but from the aside from that, I mean, Gankstars just danced backwards. Lyra able to shut down the advances of Aloha, Vanes, and that Gauntlet never getting a trap, never really getting big stuns out there either. I mean, by the time he was level 6,